Who is Kevin McAleenan, Trump's acting Homeland Security chief after Kirstjen Nielsen leaves? Kevin McAleenan didn't take the traditional route as he rose the Homeland Security ranks. But now, he's set to become acting Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Her departure, and his ascension, a surge of migrants has overwhelmed the U.S. immigration system in recent months. In response, Nielsen has voiced increasing frustration at the situation, which the administration considers a national security crisis, and last week she compared it to a. McAleenan has been at the center of that storm. After graduating from the University of Chicago Law School in 1998, he worked for several years in California as an attorney practicing business and corporate law. After the September, McAleenan headed that agency's anti-terrorism office and served as the port director of Los Angeles International Airport. He steadily rose. Ever since, McAleenan has carried out some of Trump's most controversial efforts to halt undocumented immigrants and asylum seekers from crossing the southern border. The customs officers and Border Patrol agents he commands were the ones who from their families during Trump's now-blocked zero-tolerance policy. His officers were the ones who attempting to approach the San Ysidro port of entry in November, leading to questions about the administration's response to a rush of asylum-seeking migrants. And starting in December, while in Border Patrol custody, highlighting the troubling conditions that migrants are housed in after entering the U.S. McAleenan made several tweaks to his agency's process, ordering in CBP custody and carrying out orders from Nielsen to medically screen all children held in custody. But his overall, during a visit to the San Ysidro port of entry last year, he was asked why the administration was adding National Guardsmen, active-duty military troops, and additional Border Patrol agents to the southern border, but not making a similar effort to add asylum officers to process and care for migrants seeking help. His answer: he also defended another controversial practice employed by the agency of metering would-be asylum seekers, meaning only a limited number are allowed to enter U.S. ports of entry each day to request asylum. Critics of that it's not turning people away, it's asking them to wait, he said. McAleenan will now be asked to implement the full range of Trump's anti-immigration script. That includes This article originally appeared on USA Today.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. I get fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.